What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Thriller here, back with another draft analysis. And I know what you guys are thinking. Don't worry, I'm slowing it down after this one. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the JJDL, the John Jr. Draft League. You guys do not know this is a league run by my very good friend and brother John Jr., and he has brought back season 3 of the JJDL. Season 1, we unfortunately just barely missed playoffs when he had a pretty broken, busted team. Season 2, we were on a demolishing kill streak and just really, and played very great as well. But unfortunately, just got a little um, underwhelmed in the playoffs and lost, unfortunately. But we are back, and this time around, I think we have drafted probably what some people are saying is probably the most scariest team in the division, which we'll talk about here in a split second. But if you guys are excited for another draft league, and of course the return of JJDL, definitely leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Thrill Crew today because you'll be thrilling with the king of the crew. And with that being said, let's get into this video. First off, the video has a little bit of an echo. I'm actually recording in my living room right now just because the lighting in my room with the sunlight is a little too much and the blinds don't properly work. So I'd rather be able to see you guys versus having the sun in my eyes. So which is a pretty funny idea because you're going to see what we have going on with this team. But there was 4 divisions, 3 showdown divisions, and a Wi-Fi division, which is making its season debut this time around. I would have loved to join it, but I have to upload Wi-Fi games. All around me are familiar faces. Anyways, but then we actually had pretty good because it's actually the Ruinate Quartet that we're actually going to be using for the Division Age. It's pretty cool. Chim Pao is obviously for Wi-Fi, and then we have Chi Yu, Tinglu, and of course the Division I'm in, the Wu Chen Division, which is pretty cool. It's basically a split of coaches. We had 16 coaches in each division, and unfortunately for me, I got the 15th pick overall, and that is not great. It is not good at all to have the 15th pick. But I think I walked away with a pretty damn powerful team. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So, a lot of cool coaches were in this season for us this time, and I was really kind of going around with what I wanted because I knew I wanted to get something. But funny enough, I believe by the time the pick came back to me, Palafin was still on the board, I think. And the fact Palafin was still on the board that when it made it to me was really crazy. I did get sniped up Terra Superior. If Terra Superior wasn't worth max point value from the last time I used it, which was the Speed Tour, I made sure it was max point value, so go me. But I was definitely gonna take Terra Superior or Terra Hydreigon, and once again, both get sniped from me. Terra Hydreigon was going to be something I wanted a little later on down the road. It was probably gonna be my round 3, but you can see when my round 3 that didn't happen. But I decided to go with something I felt would benefit me more. And plus, this was a Pokemon I was trying to use in one of the last leagues we did, being the Genie Den before everything happened with that. And that is Great Tusk. And I committed to using Great Tusk again, just because I really wanted to have my opportunity to use Great Tusk last time that we didn't get a chance to use it. Plus, it's just a really good, reliable Pokemon. For where I was at in the draft, this was probably one of the best round 1 Pokemon on the board still for me to get. Having Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, great utility, great offense. It's just a fantastic Pokemon. And I'm really looking forward. I have kind of picked up my craft with it now. So I'm really, really hoping to do well with it this time around, just like we did in the speed tour where we had this plus Weavile and everything like that. So, and basically, since I had somewhat of a wheel pick, I decided to pair off with Spectre. Now, a good chunk of these Mons are Mons that are bad, they suck, and a lot of people hate them and don't want to see them used. Spectre, for some people, says is bad because it's unusable in a certain caliber that you look at it. With Spectre, I have drafted this thing 2 times and have dropped it 2 times. One was when it was like a low tier league. Yes, a low tier league, but it banned Nasty Plot. Still wasn't worth low tier, but hey, it's what it is. Then there was a pack Pokemon All Stars competition, where we drafted it originally and had like Roaring Moon and Sneasler paired with it, but I wasn't just having fun with it, so I dropped it. But now I'm grabbing it and I'm going to hold on to this Pokemon. This plus my next pick are Pokemon I am not dropping at all during the regular season because I have to use them if I want to say they're good or bad Pokemon. And I do think paired with a Great Tusk, Spectre has the best partner it could ever ask for to help deal with normal types, how to take on fighting types, help to take on dark types as well. It's just a great Pokemon, man. And I think Spectre has all the tools it needs to be a broken Pokemon. It really does. Access to Draining Kiss now for fairy coverage, which is really, really nice. This was Terra banned, which I will talk about the Terra rules in just a second once we get to my Terra Captain, as you can clearly see that we have. But Spectre, I felt it was a fit good in the team. It gave me a good elite speed as well because I kind of need that speed tier to really kind of benefit off of the team as it is composition wise. So just felt over was really good. My third pick was a Pokemon, like I said, is trash, but it's time to use it if we see if it's good. And I took a little bit of a page out of Monte's playbook here with it. We have Chi Yu. Now, Chi Yu, I do think, for what it offers as a Pokemon, is so unbelievably strong. Having an ability that lowers your special defense by basically one stage, I feel like, or close to one stage, is insanely valuable for damage. And it's just got so much versatility in terms of what it can do. It can be a jetpack, assault vest, heavy duty boots, taunt ruination. Just a lot of cool things about this Pokemon. And pairing with the Spectre is really cool because again it takes up those fighting weaknesses that we have and just overall provides just great offensive support, man. This Pokemon is just so disgustingly good on any team you look at. And this could have been a potential Terra Captain, I think, but I didn't go with it just because I felt like I mean, it would be nice, but I don't really need it, and I feel like it's kind of not going to be really needed for what we have in core in store for you guys. With my fourth pick, I'm ready for you to all like destroy me and try to hunt me down, but I don't care. I wanted to try this thing in UMPO D League Season 2, the last time we had an opportunity to, but didn't get to because we got sniped of it. I wanted to try Free Terra Cresselia. Now, I won't lie, this thing is going to probably run a few of the same typings every single week. But I mean, you'll never know which one of them I'm going to run. And this is a disgusting Pokemon to allow to a Terra. Terra things like electric, poison, steel, fairy. There's so many great typings that this thing could benefit off of, boosted off of attacks, which is really great. And one of the biggest things as well is supporting the team. Access to. Oh, I thought I kept Healing Wish. I didn't have Healing Wish. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw someone have that. Or oh no, it's Lunar Dance. That's what happens. Not Healing Wish. Never mind. But just a great Pokemon overall. And this is a very good setup and win Pokemon as well. This thing can just set up in front of a lot of teams and just click some buttons against teams. Like I could literally run like a Cosmic Power. Does he even get Cosmic Power? Y'all are lucky. I can run something like Calm Mind. I can run something like a Fairy move of some sort, and then just run just the moves and just run store power every week and just have something with it every time. I'm so excited. Also, Crescent, I feel like is the perfect name for this thing since it's Cresselia. And it's also a moon Pokemon, so naming after a moon shape, even though Crescent fits better for a Lunatone. I don't care. But really happy to have Cresselia this season. Really excited. And plus gives me a really good middle of the road speed here for this team, which I think is really nice. That I can take advantage for both, but just overall a fantastic defensive wall. And this is where you start seeing this whole gimmick come around. Now, I will say I wasn't going to make this decision to do this until I was thinking to myself, like, do I want to try Sun? Like, do I want to try to have some fun? And I ultimately decided, and I was going to commit to Sun. But I was debating on what setter I wanted because I did want to try Ninetales really, really bad. Ninetales has access to Healing Wish. Ninetales has access to Solar Beam and Will-O-Wisp support, and also just having Scorching Sands ground coverage, and just being a fast fire setter as well to pair with that 100 speed tier. But I think the better decision for this team, especially from a defensive standpoint, was Torkoal. This could be a really good physical defensive wall for my team, and Cresselia can play as more as my special defensive wall. Also, Torkoal offers me another Rapid Spinner besides Great Tusk, so I can be able to run that. And it gives me a secondary rocker that I can use to run rocks instead of Great Tusk, which is really great. And I do feel like it's a really cool mon to bring because it is a mon that can pretty much prevent certain shenanigans from happening. Plus, one of the big reasons I drafted this thing, because when you do Moonlight in the sun, it doubles the healing that you would rather get. So I can heal up pretty much back up to full, damn near, if I was in hit when I was hitting. So this Pokemon is gonna be disgusting with it. I think Torkoal is also I've drafted as a Sunzar before, and I think I did really well with it. But I haven't gone like a full Sun team with it before. Last time I think I used this thing, I had like a half Sun team, half Rain team, and it performed well. It got us to playoffs, but I felt like I could have done a lot better with the team. And also would have helped I didn't get sniped grab on. But that's here nor there though. But I'm really excited for Torkoal. I think it fits the team better than Ninetales, but I really was gonna wish I could have had. And of course, I have to pick up on this thing, Dan. Like I have used Walking Wake. I'm actually using it currently right now in a friends league of mine, and it's gotten 4 kills in just 2 games that I brought it to, which I'm actually very impressed with it right now. It definitely has been putting, or it's been 5. I don't remember which off the top of my head. It's either 4 or 5, but it's been very impressive for me, man. I've been really enjoying Wake. I think I've been playing Wake a lot better since I took a break from it. So I want to give myself a chance to try to use it this time around. And I do think, again, besides being a good Mon and Sun, it also gave us a speed to excuse me, a speed tier that we really needed for this draft. Having a high speed tier, which is really great for our team, and just overall is really good. Obviously, we have to name it Robinson for Meet the Robinsons because it's a T Rex from that movie. And if you never saw the movie, go watch the movie. What's wrong with you? But I really like this thing. This thing can function with Specs and Sun. This thing can function with great Mystic Water sets, Throat Spray sets. It's just a fantastic Pokemon. I'm very excited to use it again this time, especially with Sun this time. I actually decided to bite the bullet and grab a second Terra Captain, and this is also where my math was wrong because math is stupid. But with these next 2 picks, I actually ended up with 3 points left instead of 7 points left, which actually could have played a bit more of a factor for what I would have wanted, but it's fine. But kicking off here, we have a big fan, the Rotom fan. I'm not sorry, okay? I'm not sorry. I'm making the joke. I don't care what you say. I decided to make it a Terra Captain because I did technically have it as a Terra Captain back in LDL, another league that I did for Wi-Fi that I wasn't upload required, but I did have it. And I necessarily didn't really use it as a Terra Captain. I used it as a Terra Captain maybe like 1 game, probably. Maybe. Could be totally wrong. But other than that, I didn't really use it as a Terra Captain as much as stuff like Wu Chen and some stuff there and there. So I was very excited to try this thing with Terra. I've been seeing the Uzi, my good friend Uzi, the Uzi Gunner, use this Pokemon. He's been using it very well, and I am definitely very excited to try this Pokemon myself. I think it has a lot of potential for this team, and I think it just provides a lot of good offensive. More importantly, it offers more of a ground resist because right now I do not have good switches to ground that is not named Cresselia. So having a secondary ground resist is really, really good for this team, which I think is really well. And of course, if I'm drafting Sun, you gotta draft some Sun setters, or in this case, Sun abusers. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was really, really, really debating this for a long time. I was debating between either going with Terra, Victory Bell, or regular Victory Bell in general. But it was really hard for me to decide what I realistically wanted to do. I decided to go with Venusaur. Now, I have used Venusaur and Sun before with that said team that we did draft beforehand with half Sun, half Rain. And I got like 4 to 6 kills with a non-chlorophyll Venusaur because I messed that up. But I'm not gonna mess it up this time, I swear. But Venusaur is actually a lot of fun. I thought also Venusaur could fit on some teams if I don't fully bring Sun every single week, just because it does have decent enough bulk and decent enough, matchups wise as a grass poison type. Plus, I've been in love with Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur, I've won a championship with, and his overall Pokemon I really use well. So I'm very excited to use Venusaur again. Now, right now, the biggest thing about this draft is there is nothing about this team that screams threatening besides just strong offense. I have 2 rockers, that's it. And I'm biting the bullet on this one. Now, I probably, in hindsight, should have drafted Spidops because Spidops probably would have me a little bit more of a bulkier option. But I have never once tried to use this Pokemon. And I know that theoretically speaking, if I bring this Pokemon, I am basically agreeing that this is going to be a 5v6 matchup with my team. However, I felt like Ant's Picasso, because Antonio, aka It's Whatever, aka Ant, his favorite one of his favorite mons of all time here is Picasso here, Rick Ross, whatever you want to go with. But I I decided to give it a shot. Let's just see how it works and if it can be good or not. I don't know. But Smeargle is very interesting. It's very different from what I normally have. But access to all the hazards, Spore, sticky webs, and then the burning bulwark from gouging fire, and just all these utility moves and stuff like that. It's gonna be very interesting to see how well we try to use Smeargle this season. I do hope we at least bring it to at least 1 game to try to use it well, but it's gonna be a little rough to bring it this season. And last but not least, I drafted this strictly for the fans of JJDL. I did not want to draft this at all. I kind of would have been happy with anything I really wanted, but I pretty much drafted this because it is another Sun abuser, which can take advantage of it. but I also drafted it mostly because it's for the fans, and I might as well see if I can try to bring it to one game and have some fun with it. But Trophius isn't terrible. It's got decent bulk. It's one of those annoying sub lead sheet sets you see on random battles. But my boy Banana here, he's gonna try his best. He's gonna try his best. But probably don't expect him to come a lot of the games. If I bring him once, it might be because if he has a really good matchup. But other than that, I wouldn't expect him to come a lot of the games. But yeah, let's go to the team, guys. As I go for this team, I didn't also fully explain the Terra roles. We could have up to 1 to 3 captains with a 25-point limit, believe it or not. So my Cresselia cost me 15 points, and my Rotom Hand cost me 8 points, which means it cost me 23 points, which means I could actually. No, wait, here's what I did wrong. I could have made Trophius a 12-pointer, but then I would have had to get rid of Picasso here, Smeargle. And that will be something I maybe look at the future, potentially. But for right now, the team is going to stay the way it is. But overall, I'm very happy with this team. I have probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest Sun team you could ask for. All it's missing is a gouging fire. But but I'm really excited to try this team. I've never really dipped my toes into Sun really all that much or really at all. So I'm very excited to try this weather and see if I can do really well. It is going to be a little bit of a reliant team on weather, and I don't have a ton of pieces that work outside of Sun. So it's going to be one of those matchups I have to be very careful. But I'm very excited for the challenge. I'm very excited for this team, and I'm just very happy to come back for the season and just have a fun time. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.